Welcome coming to the stage, your first new kid, Roger Schultz!
How's everybody doing?
All right.
Some of you guys sitting up close may notice that my hands are shaking a little bit, kind of sweaty. You're probably thinking to yourselves, this guy's pretty nervous. Well, the truth is, I'm a recovering heroin addict. So I hope we all learned something about judging people today. I'm just kidding. I'm not recovering. So if anybody's got any hair on in the parking lot. Before I get started, did anybody notice when they were walking in here, did anybody see the car in the parking lot with the garbage bag for the driver's side window? Is that somebody in here's car?
Yep.
Really? Is it seriously?
No.
Like, I'm not that anyone would admit it, but how do you get to that point? Like, you have a car, you can afford gas, but you're just like, no, I'm not going to fix that window. I'll just put a black garbage bag up there. And there's not even a hole cut in the garbage bag, and I know why. Because you're going to use that garbage bag after you're done. Like, I'm not going to waste it perfectly in the garbage bag. Like, I picture that as the type of guy who is considered possibly rinsing out a condom after this. You know you're out there. I recently grew out my facial hair, and a lot of my friends and family have gone out of their way to tell me how much better I look with facial hair. Not how good I look with facial hair, but how much better I look with facial hair. It's like they've all gone out of their way to tell me, thanks for covering up your face, Roger. We really appreciate it. Did you do something with the top half now? I'm working on the eyebrows. I did a drug test this morning. I had to take a drug test for a telemarketing job, because my life's going well. The telemarketing job, the first thing I see when I walk into the telemarketing job, it says no soliciting on the door. Just let that one sink in a little bit. So taking a drug test, especially first thing in the morning, it's always a weird way to start off your day. You know, you're walking around, you have a cup of your own urine in your hands, you got to hand it to this angry, middle-aged woman wearing purple gloves and surgical scrubs with little cows on them. Or they might have been horses. I can't remember. I was pretty fucked up to be honest with you. I figure if you're not going to pass a drug test, just go try to win at least. Highest score you possibly can. I might have been at Burger King, come to think of it. I don't know. Let's see, what else is going on? It's me and my girlfriend just celebrated our 6-month anniversary. That was the first time we broke up. Yeah, that's what it is. I don't want to say it's a bad relationship. Not because it's not bad, but because it's not really a relationship. It's just two people who hate each other just slightly less than their fear of being alone forever. I remember before I was in this relationship, I was single, and every day I just wished I was with somebody. And now every day I just wish I was fucking dead. We always have the same argument over and over again. She's always like, "You're always drunk!" And I'm like, "We're out of beer!" And it just never goes anywhere. Except the liquor store. My girlfriend speaks Spanish. I don't speak a lot of Spanish. I barely speak any Spanish. Just really enough to piss off a Spanish girl, apparently. Eres como tu madre. That means you're just like your mother. She hates that. No te gusta. That means she hates that. No más cerveza. That means we're out of beer. And that, in a nutshell, is my relationship. My girlfriend really only speaks Spanish when she's mad at me when we're fighting, and also when we're in the bedroom, which has just gotten really confusing for me and really frustrating for her. Because now, like, when she's yelling at me, I'm turned on, and when we're in the bedroom, I'm apologizing more than normally. I got fired recently. Hold your applause. I probably should have seen it coming. You know, I decided the weather was bad, so I worked at home for a couple of weeks. I worked from home. I'm a waiter. My boss didn't care for that. So it wasn't really getting fired so much that bothered me. It was the way that I got fired. See, I was up for a promotion, and my boss told me at 8 o'clock in the morning I didn't get the promotion. And then 10 minutes later, he came back in and fired me. What kind of a mind fuck is that? Like, did he think I wasn't going to figure out I didn't get the promotion after he fired me? It's like, I know I don't work here anymore, but I still get the raise, right? I'm house sitting now for my brother-in-law and my sister. And I get asked to house sit a lot, and I think I'm finally starting to figure out why. I think when people are looking for a house sitter, they ask themselves a few questions. They ask themselves, who do we know that has absolutely nothing going on in their life? Like, who do we know that will walk our dog, but doesn't have enough friends to have a party? Who do we know that's got it together enough to water our plants, but there's no chance you're going to have sex in our bed? Roger. Apparently, that's who. And whenever I get asked to host, and everybody always tries to sell it the same way, they're always like, oh, it'll be great. You can come, you can stay in our house, you can watch our TV, you can eat our food. I'm not homeless. I don't live under a bridge. I feel like what they're trying to say is like, why don't you come over and pretend to be us for a while and take a break from your shitty life? Well, we're on a fabulous vacation that you can't afford. And that's why I killed their goldfish. No, that's not why I killed him. I killed him because he's a jerk. Always blowing bubbles, smug little prick. You know. You're always swimming around, bubbles, you're like, yeah. My brother-in-law is a douchebag. I was talking to him the other day, and he's like, Roger, your car's a piece of shit. He goes, let me give you the number to my Lexus guy. His Lexus guy. I drive an '89 Ford Fiesta. And that's not because I think it's a Mexican party when I get into it. It's because I'm dirt poor. I got a Ford Fiesta guy. His name's Bob from Craigslist. He doesn't have a number, but if you want to reach him, you can get him at boblovesboobs at AOL.com. I do have a night job. I work at a club. And it's weird, there's a uniformed cop that hangs out in the club, which is very off-putting to certain people. Certain people like me and most of my friends. Don't get me wrong, I have nothing against cops. It's just they never seem to be doing me a favor when they're around. I'm never like, oh good, there's a cop here. I'm more like, oh fuck, there's a cop here? And I asked the owner, I'm like, why do you have this guy hanging around? He's like, oh, it's awesome. He's like, bust people smoking pot in the parking lot? I'm like, yeah, that was me. That's why I had to take last week off. I was in court. I got my first tattoo recently, and as I was getting the tattoo, I was looking at the guy, the tattoo artist, and I noticed everything that made me really confident about him giving me a tattoo would make me reluctant to have him do anything else for me in my life. Like, he had a leather vest with no sleeves, he was wearing chaps, facial piercings. I was like, yeah, this guy's going to give me a hell of a tattoo. He's not doing my taxes, though. I doubt he's a commercial airline pilot on the side. The other day my girlfriend was going to work, and she asked me to grab her cell phone off the dresser. And this is a trend I've been noticing a lot in my relationship. I don't know if any of you guys have this, where there's a task that needs to be done, and it takes an equal amount of effort for you both to do it, but you're always the one that ends up doing it. Like, I'm in the bedroom, she needs her cell phone. Why do I have to get it? You know, I don't understand she's got to go to work, but I had a lot of sleeping to do. So anyways, I'm looking for it, and I can't find it. So she runs in the bedroom, she snatches it off the dresser, and she's like, it's right here. If it was a snake, it would have bitten you. And I didn't know what to say. I was kind of embarrassed. Got a little bit defensive. I was like, yeah, well, if it was a snake, I probably would have seen it. That's the type of thing I'm on the lookout for in the bedroom. Snakes. And then I started thinking about this imaginary bedroom snake and why he was mad at me and going to bite me anyway. Like, I know why my girlfriend was mad at me, but why is the snake mad at me? I didn't sleep with his sister. Oh, I'm Roger Schultz, everybody. Thank you so much. You've been awesome.
Keep it going for Roger Schultz.